Chilly morning this morning with a little bit of mist. This is another little tiny plane of marginal functionality. It's the Flyzone Fokker Dr1. Another one I picked up from a swap meet. Okay, so now this is a Flyzone transmitter, Flyzone receiver, so we're going to be plugging the any link here into the back of the DX9 to control him. And we plug that in and it comes on. Takes your standard little one-cell stick batteries. Now, I found this guy, terribly tail-heavy, the way I got him, so I put that's lead tape there. I put some lead tape there because it was about the only way I could see to attempt to rebalance him, and he certainly needed some rebalancing. It's fiddly to do to even get the battery in there on the Velcro. 3-channel plane, very small, presumably intended mainly for indoor flying, but we got, although it's a chilly morning, I think it's less than 10 degrees this morning, it's not warm at all. I've got a line jacket on, zipped up. Not a day for lounging around this morning. We'll see what we can do. He, from what I remember, even with that lead tape on the front, he still has a tendency to want to wander upwards all the time, but we'll see.
Throttle cut off.
Famous last words, and of course he doesn't even want to work. Let's see if we can... famous blithering. There we go. I don't know whether that's a deliberate feature that his ESC requires initializing or just a bug, but he wasn't working there. Well, yeah, he's a pig and a half to fly, frankly. No, I don't want to have to... Oh, my... Could not get him up. Could not get him up. I do not want to... It's annoying having to go into the long grass there, but he really is. He's a devil to fly. He's so light, though. Famous last words. He's so light that he hardly sinks into the long grass. However, we did get a piece of grass wrapped around the propeller there. Blimey. Yeah, I mean, he frankly is almost impossible to fly. I don't know. I don't think I can put the battery any further forward than that. I don't know what you can do, really. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Try a different battery, maybe. Maybe this battery's a little on the weak side. We're not getting very far, are we? I mean, I can barely keep him in the air. Oh, well, I mean, he was like, I don't know. I don't remember, he was like $20 or something from a swap meet, so you can't deeply complain. Maybe 30, I can't remember. But he certainly wasn't expensive. But it would be nice if he actually flew. It always was very marginal getting this guy to fly, I know. Persuading this guy to actually fly was always extremely marginal. think that actually is some sort of feature, because it seems like you always have to do that. You have to power him all the way up and then back down again. Ooh, yeah, he seems to have a bit more power with this battery. Maybe that battery wasn't well charged. Oh yeah, he's definitely got more power with this battery. I couldn't keep him in the air with that other battery because I just didn't have enough power. Now with this battery, I can keep him in the air, but I have to give him down stick all the time because he's tail heavy. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, well, this is what I try to keep my batteries charged, as it were, keep my powder dry. Good Lord, it's hard to make this guy come down. He just wants to go up all the blithering time. He just wants to go up all the time, and that's with that lead tape on the nose, and the plane weighs virtually nothing. I couldn't fly him, I don't think, at all, until I put the lead tape on the front. It was just... Because even now I'm giving him virtually full down elevator just to keep him flying. Oh well. Yeah, so I don't know. But he's flying now, you know, what can I say? That's all he's going to do. It's 3-channel, he's got no ailerons. I was going to say, well, but I mean, you can. I've got a plane that has 4 wings, an Armstrong Whitworth something or other. It was a kit. Not a kit I put together. It was already put together by somebody else when I got it. And that's got 4 wings, and it's got ailerons on all 4 wings. Every single one. They're all linked together by rods on the back. It's got 4 sets of ailerons. Each wing has ailerons on. Flies like a twisted brick. I had a heck of a time getting it to fly. It's quite big. It's not a little thing like this. I mean, it weighs quite a lot. It's about a 3.5 foot wingspan, but with 4 wings and everything, it weighs a lot. I had great trouble getting it to fly at all. For one thing, I think when I bought it, it had its sort of cowling and engine mount on upside down, so the anti-torque angling of the propeller the motor was acting in the wrong direction. But even once I figured that out, it was still a devil. I got it to fly eventually, that Armstrong Whitworth thing, but as I say, it was like trying to fly a twisted brick, frankly. Got lots of power. It's got a big motor in it. Well, because it weighs a ton. This thing, on the other hand, of course, has a tiny brushed motor in it. Yeah, but it's not flying badly, really. Other than the fact I have to keep pushing it down all the time, but it's not flying badly with this battery. It wouldn't fly at all with that first battery. Obviously, that first battery just wasn't supplying enough power for it. It was meant to be charged, but... well, I do have a nasty... I tend to charge batteries and put them in the bag, you know. But I don't recharge them every morning before I come out. I'm pretty sure I've used that first battery. I thought I'd used that first battery fairly recently. I think probably the most recent thing I was using it for was powering an FPV camera, and I think it powered the FPV camera okay, but then this guy's motor probably draws a bit more than an FPV camera draws. And it wasn't, obviously, it was turning. It wasn't refusing to turn. It wasn't giving me any low voltage warning or refusing to turn. It just wasn't creating enough power to keep the guy in the air, basically. Well, there you go. The Fokker Dr1. Dr is, I don't know, drei something. Drei is the German word for 3, so... Dreidecker, I suppose you could call it. I mean, this was a real, of course, a real plane that flew quite extensively. They made quite a few of these. And they were quite active in combat service in the First World War. I'm sure the real ones flew a great deal better than this. Well, in terms of power and things. And maneuverability. Landing him is going to be a bit difficult since I can't get him to come down. We'll get him down one way or the other. The other one wouldn't even go up with the initial battery. There you go.
Throttle cut on.
Hardly necessary with this guy, but it's a good habit to always put your throttle cut on when you land. Ooh, ah. And we'll take it off again for a minute.
Throttle cut off.
Yeah, try and throw some water off, preferably not right enough. Isn't it?
Throttle cut off.
Now that, now he seems to still have enough. He feels as if he's still actually got enough power now. How long was that? I beg your pardon. 38 seconds left out. So that was quite a bit for a little plane. That was about 5.5 minutes. For some of these little planes, I only set the timer to 4.5 minutes to start with. So, yeah, I mean, he flew for 5.5 with that second battery that had a decent charge on it. He flew for 5.5 minutes, as well as he ever flies, basically, and still seemed to have enough power to maybe fly a little bit more at the end. You never know. Anyway, so there you go. The Flyzone, I don't know whether they make it anymore or not, Flyzone Dr1.